Hey, what's happening, y'all? Welcome to another edition, another episode of Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Vernon Longhorn Davis. That's me, in case you didn't know. But thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for showing out. I hope you had a great week, a wonderful week, and I hope you're looking forward to a great week. I have, but then again, y'all know me. As you ask me, how am I doing? I tell you, I'm just shy of awesome. And the reason why I say I'm just shy of awesome, because if I'm already awesome, then I got nothing to look forward to. So, like I said, I hope everything is great. Hope you had a great week. Man, it's been a busy week. The weekend was just fun. It was a lot of fun. We what did we do? Let me see. Look at my notes here. Um did a comedy show out in the middle of nowhere, Owensville, Missouri. We did a show at the White Mule Winery. We raised some money for the Gerald Rosebud Fire Protection District. That was great. Big shout out to Hayden, the lieutenant with the fire department, for bringing it together. Big shout out to Rod Reyes and his production company called Benefits with Friends. I like the name; it's pretty cool. So, big shout out to Rod Reyes, who's another great comic out of Kansas City. He booked us on the show, and he allowed me to bring Carolyn Agnews along with Jeremy Daniel, great comic and a veteran out of Manhattan, Kansas. The young man was hilarious. So we had a great time, man. We burnt the place down. They were great. The food was great. The people was great. I just can't say no more about it. It was just a good time. And then yesterday went up to Mark Twain Lake and united Terry and Mary Lou in holy matrimony at Mark Twain Lake. Ironically, the shindig was held at the hitching post. So I hitched people at the hitching post. Yeah, you see what I did there, which was cool. Miss Nanette, she traveled along with me in case I needed some backup, because we did get a chance to hang out with Miss Charlotte. Thank you, Miss Charlotte. She was there and she gave me some more lap robes for the veterans. So again, thank you for your service, Miss Charlotte. I appreciate you. Love you very much. Matter of fact, I see you watching. Hey, Miss Charlotte. Hey, Miss Nanette. Hey, Miss Mary Lou Jones. Yes, the newlywed. She's on tonight. So good to see you, Miss Jones. What else is going on? Let's see. We got three, three of our grandchildren got birthdays this week. So yeah, Papa about to be out of some money. What's up, brother James? Yeah, Papa and Nene about to be out of some money. So Makai and Caleb, they're about to be 15. They're 3 days apart. And then little Miss Monty, she down in Atlanta. Papa, I love you. She's down in Atlanta. I think she's gonna be seven, either 7 or 8. But so very proud grandparents. Happy birthday to the grands. So that's about it, man. That's what's been going on. I've been lazy today. Yeah, I sit around and watch football. Go Cowboys! Yes, go Cowboys. Chiefs play tomorrow night. Looking forward to that game. So there's that. Did cut the grass today, so I did do something. I cut grass. I washed the car, put gas in it, so I did do that. So I've been busy. Brother Terry, good to see you, sir. Congratulations. You and your wife both are watching. Uh, hey, man, you're very welcome. That's what friends do, man. So let's get to the message. And the message is very, very simple. As I put in my promo, the journey can be better than the destination. Getting somewhere, actually going somewhere. And I'm not just talking about driving somewhere down the road, but just actually a goal. Getting to that goal can just the journey to that can be better than actually getting to that destination. And I came up with this topic while driving and thinking about, where I had been and the things that I've done and been able to achieve in my life, which I've been very blessed. And I was talking to a friend of mine about their goals and how they've enjoyed pursuing their goals as well. And then I realized the more I thought about it, I realized that in some cases I had more fun and learned a lot along my way to accomplishing my goals. Yeah, I had more fun doing it, and I was having so much fun. Sometimes I didn't even realize that I had arrived at my destination. I didn't realize I had completed my goal. I didn't realize the journey was over. I was just because I was learning and loving what I was doing. So therefore, the journey, became better than actually arriving at the destination. So I know I talk a lot about success. Success is a journey. It's not a destination. Yeah. Um, there's more to doing it. The doing is often more important than the actual outcome. That's actually a quote from Arthur Ashe, and I've heard it a long time ago, and it still means a lot to me today because it's true. So life itself is a series of small destinations. A lot of them. And we all through life. Hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get that marriage license back. These are goals that we set along the way, and they're small, micro goals, destinations. So life is not about acquiring things or people. To complete you, or setting goals and setting out to accomplish those goals. People will come and go. Yeah, they will. Things will come and go. They easy come, easy go. But what you accomplish, what you learn, stays with you forever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. James says the ride is always more fun, and I have to agree with you. The ride is always fun. It can be, but sometimes that ride can be hard, man. That ride can be stressful. It could tear and rip at you. It could do some things to you. But but if you are able to learn from it and take that with you, you know how they say, we don't make the same mistakes twice unless we just want to. Because some mistakes were really fun. But we take things with us. We learn and then we take it with us. And we learn not to make those same mistakes twice. So sometimes when we focus on our goal or the destination, we forget where we're going. And that road takes us somewhere else. It takes us to in another path. I've learned to appreciate the journey by just trusting that I have the wherewithal to accomplish any task I set my mind to. Once my will and intentions are firmly grounded. But I do have one major downfall. I'm lazy. Like some of y'all. Aren't some of y'all a little lazy? Or am I the only one that's lazy? Yeah, I'm lazy. And I tend to procrastinate. I do. I'm very guilty of that. But that's just human nature. And I'm not going to pawn it off on that. But see, the thing is, though, once I get going, oh man, I'm going. I'm ready. I'm doing it. It's going. It's one step in front of the other, and we all have to do that. Yeah, Charlotte says we're all lazy, and that is some truth. There's a lot of truth to that. We are. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. We all, honestly, it's instinctive for us to take the path of least resistance. I can go outside and cut the grass, or I can sit here and watch football. Well, which one's going to be easier? Yeah, sitting my fat ass right here and watching this football game is going to be a whole lot easier. But like I've told y'all before, what I have to do in order to motivate myself to get up and do whatever it is I need to do is I hear my mother's voice in my head telling me, stop being lazy, get up and get it done. So that's what I actually have to do. Have you ever set a goal for yourself and then focused on it for so long as you stop focusing on it? You just focus, and all of a sudden it just went away. You just stopped focusing. You took your eye off the prize, and then you realized you had actually accomplished it and made it, made it a fact. The fact was you surpassed your goal. You went past it. Have you ever done that? Yeah, it's a great feeling because that means you were loving what you were doing. You were enjoying the ride. You were enjoying the journey. That you just stopped, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm just riding at this point. Sometimes we get discouraged along the way. Along the journey, we get discouraged and we attempt to rush the process, whatever that process may be. There may not be a process. You may have to create that process as you go, but we still try to rush to the end. And we try to jump ahead, to the end, but it doesn't work that way. You got to put in the work. You got to learn the lesson, good or bad. You got to learn the lesson. You got to do what needs to be done. You must challenge yourself to complete the journey. You just have to. We all want what we want. We want it. I want it. I want it now. I want it gift wrapped. And I want it to go out of the driver window, out of the drive up window. And it doesn't work that way. You got to go through the process. Yeah. Smokey said, I think the journey is better than the destination. Hey, I agree with you. Sometimes it is actually better, you know. But then again, there's been times when the journey was, like I said, well, before you came on, Smokey, sometimes the journey is just it's hard. It's terrible. We have to come back from somewhere where we never really wanted to go, but we had to go there. We had to submerge ourselves in whatever process that it was so that we can come out on the other side. And sometimes we don't come out unscathed. Sometimes we got some bumps and some bruises, maybe some broken bones. Sometimes we may have come out an inch from losing our lives. So that's not always the better journey. True, Charlotte, the road isn't always paved. It's not. Sometimes it's hot coals. Sometimes it's shards of glass. It is. There are two things that are shaped while you're on your path to reaching your goals, and you're taking your journey. One of them is character. It strengthens it, and the other one is integrity. You know, Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. I stole that quote from Helen Keller. She also said that only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened and vision inspired and success achieved. And I just thought that was a very powerful, powerful statement. The second one is integrity. That's the second part. This is a big one for me because, as they say, integrity, what integrity is not what you do. It's not what you do when people are watching, it's what you do when nobody's watching, when you're by yourself, when you're looking at yourself. And the only person is watching is you. What you do then makes a big, big difference. You know, Smokey say hard and terrible gives me a better appreciation for the destination. Yes, it does. But going back to what you said, I think the journey is better than the destination. Just think about something for a second. Some of the lessons that you had to learn, some of the things that you had to go through, do you really want to go through them again? I know there's some things I never want to go through again. But I have to admit that they made me better, they made me stronger. That I have to admit to. James says sounds like boot camp with the bruises. Yeah, there are some things that I have been through in this life that, okay, I'll tell you a story I never told you before. Um, I had a young man that he just didn't like me. I don't know what it was. He just did not like me. But I was friends with his sister and some other family members, and they had invited me over for a barbecue. And so me and another friend of mine named Vernon, we went to the barbecue. We sitting there in the car, we talking back and forth. We go in, we eat, we chit chat with everybody. We leave, and I have to leave because I'm riding with him. We get in the car. Next thing I know, the young man that didn't like me is standing there in the in my window. I'm sitting on the passenger side. He's got a shotgun stuck in my face. He said, "I told you never. Don't you ever? I don't. If I ever saw you again, I told you I was gonna kill you." And he cocked the shotgun. I saw him load it. I saw him cock it, and he pulled the trigger, and it dry fired. Yeah, not in my face. He had it pointed like at my body, but and it dry fired. And after I realized I wasn't dead, I got out the car and I beat his ass with that shotgun. Now, do I ever want to go through that again? No, it's not a journey I want to take again, but I learned that the next time I see somebody coming my way with a shotgun, I may want to move in a different direction real fast. So ultimately, we take our journeys. When we take our journeys, we refine ourselves. We make ourselves better. We learn about ourselves. We learn what we can and cannot do. We teach ourselves things that we never thought we would need to learn. This is when we realize that the journey was actually better than the destination. There was a young man that I told y'all about him a couple of weeks ago. He filmed his Showtime HBO special here in St. Louis at the theater. And I remember, oh God, it had to be 12, 13 years ago, maybe a little longer. Um, he didn't have a car, and we was going back and forth to some shows, and his mom appreciated him riding with me because I was older and was going to look out for her son because even though he was a comic, he was young, he was still her baby. And I remember telling him we was driving through Indiana, and he was telling me about where he wanted to go and the things he wanted to accomplish in comedy. I told him, man, you can do that. I said, but I'm gonna tell you something. Your goals are like this. Your destination is here, and we are here. And there are so many roads in between here and there. You think it's a straight line, but man, there's gonna be some left turns, some right turns. There's gonna be some dirt roads. There's gonna be some goat paths. You're gonna have to climb some mountains and slide down some hills to get to that point. And then to watch him, film his special. I go see. I asked him. I said, "Do you remember that conversation that we had?" He goes, "Yes, I do." I said, "Now you see how." I said, "Now if you stop and you think about what it took for you to get here," he goes, "I think about it all the time." So I thought that was kind of cool. Well, guys, my 15 minutes is up, and I appreciate y'all that stuck around and listened to the message. Um, where's Longhorn this week? This week Longhorn is where am I at? Oh, I'm doing a veterans benefit this Friday over in O'Fallon, Missouri. And then Saturday, I'm driving to Delavan, Wisconsin to do a show up there. So, woo, woo, big doings, y'all. So, that's the message, y'all. So, again, the journey can be better than the destination if you decide to make it better. So, I love you. God loves you. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Love on them kids. Yeah, love on them kids. Respect our vets. I'm Longhorn. God bless y'all. $2.